So with my paper being this size, I have the artwork that's already printed up at the top. It's 22 by 28. Okay, so down below, I'm just going to come in. If it's going to be 22 across, I have to fit 11 in here, and I do want to have a little bit of a margin. So I'm going to come across at 2, and 11 plus 2 is going to give me 13, so that'll give me that mark. And I'll just make another mark up here, 2 and 13. And I'll show you what you can do on this. Two different ways you can make it diagonally into proportions. So you have all kinds of options to work with depending on which unit of measure. So when I put the ruler back, this one is 11, so doubling that, that's 22 in proportion. And then if I go vertical, I'll do the same thing. I'll give myself a 2-inch margin, and 14 is going to be it, so I just have to add 2 of them onto that. It's going to be 16. And now when I cut across this one, this gives me this rectangle. And the rectangle is now, in this unit of measure, it's 11 by 14, and if that's doubled, that's 22 by 28. So that gives me this area, which is called the live area. So I want you to kind of put that in there. So I'm just going to put live area. And anything that's outside of here is a bleed. So I'd like you to write that onto your paper as well. And just to show you this part, on the outside edge of this, putting these marks that go to the edge. And these you'll see on the computer as well as when you're trying to print something. And these are called crop marks. Okay. So the information that they want to place on here is listed up here. And the 4 elements of an ad, just to try to refresh your mind there. You have 4 pieces. You have the headline, the copy, the art, and the logo. So far, they don't necessarily have a logo for their room, but they have the name of the room. So the headline is probably the holiday wrapping paper sale. The section for the copy would be this particular information right here for the copy. They have a little bit of art, which is represented by this ribbon, and they necessarily don't have a logo for themselves, so that can be something that can be created using your logo or left out entirely. Okay. But they have a quick turnaround. They need this by today. And this is the size as you're coming up with the design. If, however, you ever wanted to make something smaller than this, if you cross the diagonal on one step of this anywhere along here, and anywhere that you pick on that point, and just put a sketch this way and this way. So if you did something like a thumbnail sketch on a piece, this is a good idea of doing it in proportion, because if it looks good as a thumbnail, you can just expand it to fit the actual size of the poster. In this case, the 22 by 28 on that size. Okay, so that's trying to get it laid out using the ruler as the engineering or architect scale for you.